I just had a major download drop into my field around manifestation, how it relates to our chakras, and how your desires are directly connected to source, to your higher self, to your soul. And it is actually your duty to move your desires through your chakra system to manifest it into reality. And that is for a greater service. It's in service to yourself and to the world, okay? And my nose is itching as I'm saying that, which is my confirmation that I'm right on the nose with this, okay? Oh, yeah, thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Okay, if you resonate with my energy, just tune in, check in, settle in to this moment, and if you feel called to stay, please stay, and we're going to dive into this. If not, that's okay. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Sometimes Spirit works through me this way to kind of make sure that those who stay are truly aligned with this message. Man, that nose, that may be significant for you. Hold on. Okay. Let's get into this message, into this download. So I've talked before about how, like, for me, when a download kind of comes through, it's like a file that is dropped into my system, and as I open it and start to channel through, it all kind of comes out, and I don't really know, like, I understand the gist, like I have the overall picture of what is in this file, but as we move through this channel, it's going to become, like, the pieces will come together. Okay, so the visual that I was given is seeing, like, the energy body, so the 7 chakras. I know there's more than that, but, like, for the purpose of this, we're focusing kind of on just, like, the core 7. So starting with the crown, when you have a desire, when you want something, when you feel a call or a pull towards something that you want, it's dropped into your crown, right? It's in the connection to source that comes directly from source. And then your job is to move it down to the third eye. See it. See the vision. Like, when it's just dropped in, it's just like this, right? It's just the desire. But as it moves through your third eye, you can see it. You can picture what it looks like to have this, whatever this is that you're desiring, right? And then as you allow it to move down through your throat, you speak it. You speak the desire. You have to speak it first, right? Like, if you let it live up here, it's never going to manifest. You have to speak it out, whether that's through writing or through speaking it out, literally asking, the universe, letting the universe know this is your desire, that you've heard, you understand, okay? You've received the desire, you see it, and now you're saying, I acknowledge this and I want it. I want it. I'm calling it in, right? And then you move into your heart and you open up space from your heart to hold this, okay? Because you can't just speak it and say, this is what I want. You have to be ready and willing to hold it. You have to have space to hold it. So you have to clear out any limiting beliefs, any things that are not in alignment with that say, I don't deserve that, I'm not worthy of that, I can't hold that, that's not for me. You have to open up the space in your heart for it to come in, okay? And you also, this is where you connect with your higher self who already has that, your future self who already has the thing, who is living in the reality where that desire is manifested in the physical. That's where you connect to them, and through that connection you pull it into you, okay? And then we move down into the solar plexus, and this is where you shine your light out to match the frequency, to match the vibration of the thing that you're calling in, the thing that you want. You shine your light, you start to show up and move through the world. You are embodied, that the version of you that has this thing, right? And you start to operate from that space, and you start to take aligned action from that space. And then we move down to the sacral, and this is where the gestation happens. This is where we grow this. This is where we nurture this, right? And this is where all manifestations are birthed through the sacral, okay? It grows from the sacral, 'cause the womb space. gender aside, right? But the womb space, the sacral space, this is where creation grows. It is nurtured. And then you birth it out through the root. And that is where you ground it into the physical. That is where now it is here. It is in the physical. It has manifested in a physical form through the root. Okay, but you have to be stable in your root first. You have to be grounded. You have to anchor yourself. Let your roots anchor and spread out through your root into the reality. So that is, again, like we're pulling this all down through the energetic body, down to the root, rooting down into the earth, rooting this all down so that it can become the physical, okay? But this process is all happening like simultaneously too. So you're constantly checking in and like pulling this down, and you're doing this like it's a cycle, because everything is a never-ending cycle, right? And you're just continuing to bring this down and to root further and further into this truth. And the more that you work through this process, you refine the vision, you refine what you want, you refine the desire. And the more that you anchor that into your reality, into the now moment, and you become the person, you become the version of you that has this thing, that is this. You become them. You anchor that in. And that is when it starts to show up in the physical. That is when you start to see the physical evidence, the physical proof of this. And that is when it's all of a sudden in your hand, right? Or you're living that life. But you kind of have to, it's like, I'm hearing 12-step process or like 12-step program. You know, it's like you have to follow the steps. You have to follow the steps. And sometimes if we get slipped up, we got to go back and we got to refine, right? And it's just this never-ending cycle of holding the vision, getting more clear on our vision, feeling that. What does that feel like? Rooting down, speaking it, speaking our truth, and speaking the truth of the version of us who has this thing, who is this person. Again, like the more that we practice this, the faster this process becomes, okay? Excuse me, confirmation burp. The more that we practice this, the faster the results come in. But you have to continue to ground down and remember who you are, remember the truth of who you are, connecting the root with the crown, holding this all in a beautiful container. And I had this visual come through before of like working up the chakras with, you know, their traditional colors, working up. But then as you like open up through the crown, you let in the rainbow light, the rainbow ray, rainbow frequency to, so now all of your chakras are spinning with this rainbow frequency, this rainbow light, with its core being the color of that chakra. So like the root is red with rainbow around, right? Sacral is orange with rainbow around, and so on. And so now your whole body is like encapsulated with this rainbow frequency, this rainbow energy. And it's this visual of like an infinite flow of like coming up from the root up to the crown and overspilling and coming back around and just cycling and coming down through the crown, out through the root, cycling. So it's like this, like an infinity symbol, right? It's just like weaving all around you and encompassing you fully and completely, holding you with this rainbow energy. And you put that out into the world, like, whew, still a lot of energy. You put that out into the world. I'm shaking. I'm like buzzing. Wow. And it's magic. Like when you put that out into the world, it is magic. But refine this process within, okay? Refine this process within. I've been called to create a guided meditation around this, and so I'm gonna work on that and get that out within the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that if you resonate with this, but like you don't need that, you know, you can practice with this on your own. But really calling in, like working with the colors right now, working with the color rays, working with like the frequencies of the colors, because the colors hold frequencies too, right? And especially though, like bringing it all in with the rainbow, the whole, I'm seeing also just, it's just like glittering, like iridescent rainbow light that protects you and you carry with you at all times, okay? And helps to clear any blockages so that you can bring this through and go through the process to manifest your desires. Because again, your desires are medicine for yourself and for the world, okay? And when you manifest your truest desires, your soul's desires, you elevate the frequency of the earth. You help lift up the earth and everyone else with it, okay? I love you so much.